I'm going on national television and I'm going to troll everybody. Or at least that's my goal. Did you guys know that I'm Australian? Probably guessed it from the accent. Yeah, nah, yeah, nah, nah, yeah, nah, nah, yeah. G'day folks, shillers and blokes, I'm your new Prime Minister, Schnags on the Barbie. But for those of you that didn't know, I was reached out by Channel 9, which is essentially the largest TV network in Australia. And they run a show called A Current Affair, which at this point has just transcended Australian media and has become an international icon. You know that story that aired, a few weeks ago? Maybe you saw it in your YouTube recommendations, you saw Moist Critical, or you saw Pyrocynical, or Mogul Mail cover it. That story of the woman that unfortunately killed like 3 or 4 people from mushroom poisoning. Yeah, that's the show that I'm going on. This is the same show where last week featured the Prime Minister of Australia talking about the referendum that's currently going on in my country. So this is a pretty big deal. But here's the thing, this isn't going to be actually the first time I've been on national TV. In fact, last year I was actually also on Channel 9 on what's called the Today Show with Carl Stefanovic, which is essentially just a show program that runs from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. where they basically just do a rise and shine and cover the general topics and news that's going on in the day. They asked me to come on in, I went on the show, did some ASMR with the hosts.
You can hear sort of...
It was a, fun time, bing bong baggity boom, free schnags and a sausage sizzle. But 2 days ago, I received an email from A Current Affair themselves asking if I wanted to be on their program, because it turns out they're running a segment on ASMR. So they reached out to me and asked if I wanted to be on their program. And my goal is to go on national TV and troll them. And when I say I'm going to try and troll them, look, there's only so much I can do on national TV trying to get away with it. I can't go on the show and start doing Fortnite, just like twerking and stuff, or I can't just start doing some turbulence or hitting the gritty and stuff. That's not going to fly. So I need to try and be a bit creative. And what better way to try and troll a little bit, have some goofs and some gaffs and some laughs, than shout out a mate. So I'm going to try my best. And this is the mission, to go on national TV and shout out my best friend, Bin Nguyen. This is Bin Nguyen. As you can see, he's a degenerate. He's one of my best friends, absolutely love him to bits. He's Vietnamese, and he's single, ladies, if you're keen. He's a degenerate. You know those friends that you have that you just love, but they're just a doofus? You know what I'm saying? That's Bin Nguyen in a nutshell. If Ghetto ASMR and Bin Nguyen are drowning in the ocean, you can bet your butt I'm saving Ghetto ASMR. Bin Nguyen is easily the most vile, degenerate, putrid, foolish smelling random I know, but he's my best mate. Even though he wastes oxygen, he's a good kid butt. Love him to bits. I would take a bullet for Bin Nguyen. Bin is the kind of friend who I always shout dinner for, but when it finally comes around to him shouting me dinner for once, knowing that I'm vegan, he takes me to Korean fried chicken. He took me to Chicken V. I'm like, Bin, how can you be so stupid? It's literally called Chicken V. He says, I thought the V meant vegan. I thought he was taking me to Chicken Vegan. Probably a health hazard to all of Western civilization, and most likely should be waterboarded. He's my best mate. And my goal is to try my best to go on national TV and mention his name on the broadcast. Hopefully it makes the final cut. The interview was filmed remotely, so I had to film my setup.
Hey, Jonah, talk us through your ASMR journey. When did you start and how long did it take you to really kick off?
Well, my ASMR journey, I think, like most people, started very young. I mean, I've always felt ASMR throughout my life, although I didn't even know it was called ASMR. My youngest memory was when I was in preschool or kindergarten, when my teacher would read a novel or something to us, and I would feel this weird sort of like tingling sensation on the back of my head. And there have just been instances in my life that have popped up where I had this weird relaxation sort of sensation, and I never knew what it was. So it was only until high school when my friend Bin Nguyen, he recommended me ASMR, and then it was someone speaking in a soft-spoken manner. So I filmed my segment, okay, and I mentioned his name. So at this point, we all just have to pray that me mentioning his name makes the final cut of the program, which I don't think it's gonna happen, but when the segment on the show drops, which is gonna be sometime next week or the week after, I'm going to film my reaction and we're gonna watch it together. I'm gonna make a full YouTube video. In fact, I might even react to it with my Twitch chat, which I'll link in the comment section down below. I've started going full time on Twitch, and I'm gonna start doing stuff on Twitch, sort of like what I'm doing right now, just chatting. But I really recommend you checking out the Twitch. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep you guys updated, and hopefully, if all turns out well, knock on wood, Nguyen will get his just desserts. So yeah, I'll see you next time.